Hello everyone, welcome to the session on 8085 microprocessor. In this session, we'll be discussing about how to write assembly language programs for the microprocessor 8085. We have already seen one session on the assembly language programs for the microprocessor 8085. And in this session, we'll discuss some more examples for writing the assembly language programs for the microprocessor 8085. Friends, as you know that you are viewing this session on my YouTube channel, and do subscribe to the channel to see many other videos on the various topics of the subjects of electronics and computer science. So let us start the session with the question, what we mean by assembly language program. We know that 8085 is a microprocessor, and if you want to get some function done by this microprocessor, then it is necessary to write program which can be executed by the microprocessor. Such program should consist of assembly language instructions, and therefore this program is being called as assembly language program. We know that the instructions for the 8085 microprocessor can be divided into different categories, such as data transfer instruction, arithmetic instruction, logical instruction, branching instruction, and control instructions. So assembly language program can be thought of as a sequence of instructions, and these instructions are written so that we can perform a specific task. And these instructions must be selected from the instruction set of the microprocessor 8085. Now, whenever we have been given a problem and we have been asked to write an assembly language program, then it is necessary that we should divide the given problem into smaller steps. And these steps must be written in accordance with the operation that 8085 can perform. So you must know what kind of the operation 8085 can perform, and then accordingly you need to divide the given problem into smaller steps. Once you have prepared these steps, then it can be called as an algorithm, and this algorithm can be graphically represented by the flowchart. And once you have prepared a flowchart, then each step in the flowchart can be further translated into a sequence of instruction. So whenever we write any assembly language program for the microprocessor 8085, then it will have this format: memory address, label, mnemonic, operational code or hex code, and then finally we write some comments. Label, you can say, is the name of the line, and this label is very important whenever we want to perform any jump from one instruction to the other instruction. In that case, the label is required. Mnemonic, you can say, consists of the instruction and operand. So for example, whenever we write the instructions such as move A, B, then that can be called as a mnemonic. Operational code is a hex code. We know that every instruction in the 8085 microprocessor will have certain hex code associated. So this hex code is just nothing but the operational code. And many times we write the memory address. Memory address is required, and you must know what kind of memory space is being available whenever you want to store the program into the memory. And finally, we write some comments. So comments are useful because they increase the readability of the program. So whenever you write a comment to a line, then it illustrates what is the purpose of the line in the ALP. And therefore, it is always better to write the comments in the LP. Now let us understand the first problem of today's session. This is a problem of block transfer of data or copy of memory block. Suppose we have been given 16 bytes of data stored in the memory location C050 to C05F, and we want to transfer the entire block of the data to the memory location starting at C070. Now we can prepare a flowchart for this program. So initially we will set up the memory pointer for the source, we will set up the memory pointer for the destination, and we will set up some counter because we want to transfer the 16 bytes of data. Then we will get the data byte and we will store it at destination address. Then we will increase or increment the source pointer. We will also increment the destination pointer and we will decrement the counter. And we will check if the counter is equal to 0 or not. If it is equal to 0, then we will stop because our transfer is being completed now. But if the counter is not equal to 0, in that case, we will go back and we will get the next data byte. And this process will be repeated. So we can write assembly language program in this fashion. Suppose the memory address that I can use is 5000. The first instruction is setting up of HL pointer, which will point to the source LXI H C050, for which the hex code or opcode can be written as 2150C0. 2150C0. Then we will set up the DE pointer, which will point to the destination LXID C070. Then we will set up the counter in the register B, move immediate B, 10, which is just nothing but the counter is set to count the 16 bytes of data. Then we will move the first element from the memory to the accumulator, move A, M. That is, we will get the first number and we will store it at the destination by using the instruction STXD. Then we will increment the HL pair and XH. We will increment the DE pair. We will decrement the counter by DCRB. We will check if the counter is equal to 0. If jump if not 0, then we will go for the next number. And this next number is just nothing but move A, M instruction. And its address is 5008. And therefore, in the opcode, we write C20850. And the final instruction will be halt, which will stop the processor, of which the hex code is 76. So once you type this program, as I told you, that you can make the use of your mobile phone to execute such programs. I have already illustrated it in another session, how to make the use of the mobile 8085 simulator app. And then you can see that the data stored at C050 to C05F will be transferred to C070 to C07F. Let us go for another program where we will perform the sum of the series. So suppose we have been provided a series of numbers and we want to calculate the sum of these numbers. The length is being stored in the memory location C001 and the series itself begins in the memory location C002. And we will assume that all the bits or all the numbers are 8-bit numbers. Now say for example, if there are 3 numbers and suppose the 3 numbers are 285526, then the result will be addition of these 3 numbers, which will be the hexadecimal A3. Now the flowchart can be drawn for this problem. Initially, we will assume sum equal to 0. We will set the pointer to the location C002 and we will set the counter, which is just nothing but the content of the location C001. Then we will add into the sum plus the content that is being marked by the pointer. And then we will increase the pointer by 1 and we will decrease the count by 1. We will check if the count is equal to 0. If it is not, then we will repeat this loop. If it is, then we will store the sum at the location C000. And finally, we will end the program. Now, for this flowchart, we can write the assembly language program. Initially, we will set up the HL pointer LXI C001, where it will mark to the location C001. Then we will move the content of the memory location to the register B so that we can set the count in the register B. Then we will initially make the sum equal to 0. We will increment the HL pair, that is, we will mark to the next memory location. Then we will add the first number into the sum. We will decrement the B and we will check if the value of B is equal to 0. If it is not, we will go back. And if it is 0, then whatever is the content of the accumulator, that is the result, that will be stored at the location C000 by making the use of the instruction STA C000, for which the hex code is 3200C0. And finally, we will halt the program by making the use of the halt instruction, for which the hex code is 76. Now we will discuss one more program in this session, and this program is being called as a delay program. Now suppose we want to write a program that will provide a delay of 1 millisecond times the content of the accumulator. Now suppose we have been operating 8085 and the clock speed for the 8085 is 3 megahertz. In that case, we can easily count that the count D5 will provide a delay of 1 millisecond. And suppose the accumulator is already consisting of some number, say for example 01, 02, or anything that you like. So initially we will set the count, and then we will decrease the count by 1. We will check if the count is equal to 0. If it is not, we will go back. So this loop is repeated until the count becomes equal to 0. And then we will check if the content of accumulator is equal to 0 or not. For this, we will decrease the content of the accumulator and check if it is equal to 0. If it is not, then again we will repeat the whole loop. And if it is 0, then we will simply end. So this is a program which will simply provide a delay. Such type of the delay is frequently required whenever you want to generate a square wave at the output port. So initially we will assume some initial count in the accumulator is already set, and therefore that instruction is not written here. So we will start the assembly language program with the instruction move immediate B, D5. Then we will decrement the B. We will check if it is 0, jump if not 0, then delay 1, that is go back. So this instruction will have the address 5002, and therefore the hex code is written C20250. Then we will decrement A, and again we will check if it is 0, jump if not 0, delay, that is the first outer loop, for which the address is 5000. Therefore here we will write the hex code C20050, and the final instruction will be halt, that is 76. So once you type this program on your trainer kit, or you can make the use of mobile phone by using the 8085 simulator app, and when you execute this program, you will find that the time delay of 1 millisecond will be provided, multiplied by the content of the accumulator. So thank you friends for viewing the whole session. Hopefully you have understood what we mean by the assembly language program and how to write the different assembly language program for the microprocessor 8085. Thank you all for viewing the session.